Okay, good morning, everyone. So, the topic for today is going to be our major riverside cities in the world. Now, rivers have been the cradle of civilizations and the backbone of some of the most iconic cities in the world today. And we are just going to understand their geographical and historical importance. Okay, if you see, a lot of these rivers have shaped the civilizations in that particular area or the historical periods associated with them. Okay, so now let us just deep dive into major civilizations whatever we have come across in our books over the years. First, we had heard about something called as Mesopotamian civilization. Yes, so in the Iraq, Baghdad region. Then we had seen something like African civilization, the Nile River. Then we had the European cities which is being formed, and then the South Asian civilization, Indus Valley civilization, Harappa civilization, that this. Okay. Next we having something like East Southeast Asian civilizations, then American civilizations, and all these things. Okay. For example, like right now, let us understand step by step what are these and how are these playing a very crucial role. Okay, first coming to the civilization what we have here, it is in Egypt. The city is Cairo, the river is Nile, and this is associated with the ancient Egyptian civilization, and it supports agricultural and surplus and for trade routes. Okay, this is the importance of this particular Cairo city. Okay, next we are having the Baghdad city, which is in the country Iraq, and this was the epicenter of Islamic golden age. The Tigris river, the river Tigris, is crucial for irrigation and trade in Iraq. This is the next one. Okay, the Baghdad city is near to the river Tigris. The Cairo city is near to the river Nile. Okay, and next we are having the Thames river in London, UK. Okay, the capital of UK, historically being felicitated for trade and commerce across this river only, in the city of London. Okay, next we are having Seine in France or Paris. Paris is known for its cultural landmarks and romantic river cruises on the sea. So whenever you see in a movie a river which comes in Paris, it's this river called as Seine. Okay, so remember it. Seine. It is in Paris, so it is the city associated with this river. Okay, then we having Tiber River in the banks of city Rome. It was very essential or crucial for the expansion of the Roman Empire. This particular city, the Tiber River. Okay, with a lot of landmarks over there. New York City, it is having the river. It is close to the city. Is close to the river of Hudson, and right now the New York has become a financial powerhouse. Okay, easy for its trade and commerce. Early trade and commerce was happening through this Hudson River only. Okay, next we are coming to our neighbor China, Yangtze River, which is located on the city banks of Shanghai, one of the busiest ports in the world for key industrial hubs. Okay, since we know China is a major like uh, exporter of a lot of electronic and other goods, so this is one of the busiest ports we can see in the world. Okay, next we are having Sava, Sava or Belgrade. City name is Belgrade and it is in Serbia. The rivers are Danube and Sava. Danube and Sava. Okay, this is for crucial for cultural and economic gateway in the southeastern Europe. Okay, And this is in the banks of two rivers, confluence of two rivers. This is called as confluence. When two rivers meets, this is also called as confluence of two rivers. It's a economic gateway in the southeastern Europe. Next we're having Danube, Austria. Okay, it is known for its music and architectural capital. Okay, shaped Vienna into a cultural capital for its music and architecture. Okay, Austria is in Vienna, so Vienna is into a cultural capital. It's known for its music and architecture. Okay, next we are having again Danube in Hungary. The city near to it is Budapest. Budapest. Okay, so it is useful for enhancing in this locality. Tourism in this locality. Next, we are having Spree. It is in Berlin, Germany, and it has a lot of rich history and modern culture over there. It is Germany's capital. Germany's capital is Berlin, right? So it has a very rich history and modern culture over there. Next, we are having Moscow in the city, Moscow. See, it is easy to remember this. Moscow, Moscow. The capital of Russia is Moscow, and Moscow is the river associated with it. It is the economic heart connecting the key areas in Russia. Okay. Next, we are having Chao Phraya. It is in Thailand, Bangkok. Okay. So, if any of you people have been to Bangkok, then you and have come across this floating market. Floating market and temples are the specific uh, like what I can tell, the specific characteristics of these floating markets. So you might have seen it in the YouTube videos and all where you have floating markets, and these are available in this particular region. Also, you can see floating markets when you go to Kashmir and when you go on the boat ride over there. Okay, so you can see these kind of floating markets coming there. It has become common these days for the floating markets, but it is known for its vibrant floating markets, colorful, and temples. Chao Phraya, Bangkok. Then we are having in Lahore, coming back to our neighbor again. The river is called as Ravi, and it depends on River Ravi for irrigation and agricultural purposes. Irrigation and agricultural purposes. Coming down, we have some more cities which has been related. Bosphorus. It is in Istanbul. Okay, it is for critical for trade and geopolitical waterways. Again, it is uniquely bridges Europe and Asia. Okay, this is the linkage between Europe and Asia. Bosphorus, critical for trade and geopolitical waterway. Geopolitical waterway means right now, whenever there was a fight between the whenever there was a fight in Syria or something like this, the entire waterway or the international waters were blocked. Okay, it is the major waterway for transportation of goods and everything to Asian countries. It was blocked and it was halted, and because of that, there was a rise in the prices of the commodities in India. Then you might remember before a year or something. And also there was an internet disruption because they had cut the internet cables which is underneath the oceans, which is also underneath this particular region. Post that only we have come into a conclusion where we will have a roadways from the Middle East to like Indian or Asian continents. That's what is being happening. And also we are having a railways which is happening. So these are some major developments why these international waters or these kind of like geopolitical waterways are very crucial for any kind of trades happening in. the word. Next, we're having Clyde. It is in Glasgow, Scotland, and it is specially designed for shipbuilding, and it fueled the growth of the British Empire. Okay, this is very important. The British Empire were doing their shipbuilding activities, especially in this particular region, Glasgow. The river is Clyde. Next, we're having Sumida. It is in Tokyo, Japan. Again, Tokyo is the capital of Japan. And this is for the Tokyo's tourism and supports water transport in this global mega city. So this is one of the mega cities where everyone are living in 2050 when we are living in 2025. The advancement in technology are unpredictable. If we visit the city once, we will fall in love with it. Kolkata in India, the waterway near to it is, or the river near to it is Hooghly. Okay, the historic trade city, which is very specifically designed for commerce and connectivity. Next, we are having Rio de la Plata. It is in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Okay, this is again for fishing, tourism, and trade purposes. Argentina, Rio de. So, Argentina, you can remember some of the famous football players from there, and you can remember this particular locality. Rio de la Plata is from Argentina. Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires, spelled as. Lagoon, it is in Nigeria. Lagos. Lagos Lagoon. It is in Lagos, a major economic center in West Africa, supporting transport and fishing. Next, we are having Parramatta Harbour. It is in Sydney. It is having the landmark locations like Opera House, is major for the tourism and trade hub, natural beauty, right? Next, we are having Saigon. It is in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. Again, this is for Vietnam, is also for tourism and trade and for economic centers. Now, these are the 22 major questions which are repeatedly being asked. Some something else apart from this means you have Elbe, it is in Germany, Hamburg. Then we are having Subarna Rekha, Subarna Rekha, which is in Jamshedpur. And then we are having Indus Valley or Indus River, it is in Karachi. And when you're having Gomti River, Lucknow, and all these things we'll be seeing in the Indian rivers. Okay, then we are having some more means you need to know something like Tyne, Newcastle, UK, and then we're having what else? Potomac, it is in Washington DC. Potomac, it's in Washington DC. Now I have given a clear picture of what are these cities and why these are very crucial for these particular cities and what kind of civilizations has been happening over here. Just to sum it up, African civilization, it is near to the river Nile. Nile, city related to it is Cairo, the country is Egypt. Mesopotamian civilization, the river related to this is Tigris. The city is Baghdad. The country is Iraq. European cities and civilizations. Rivers are Thames, Seine, Tiber, Danube and Sava, Spree, Clyde. The cities are London, Paris, Rome, Vienna, Budapest, Belgrade, Berlin, Glasgow. All these things, all the European cities have been near to some or the other rivers. That's why these are some civilizations which needs to be remembered for a lot of time. Okay, next we are having South Asian civilization which is in Lahore and Kolkata. Okay, also like Indus Valley civilizations and all these things comes into picture. East Asian civilizations we are having in Shanghai and Tokyo for Yangtze and Sumida rivers. Then we're having Southeast Asian, that is Chao Phraya in Bangkok and Saigon in Vietnam. These are, and in American cities, it was Hudson, Rio de Plata in Argentina. Australian civilizations, it is for Parramatta Harbor. And African civilization, again, it is something like Lagos Lagoon in Nigeria. Now, all these has been some of the major civilizations which has occurred and which has been repeatedly asked in the examinations for your static checking part. Okay, so now how you're going to relate it, how you're going to remember it, it's through mnemonics where you can remember certain keywords and start remembering it, or start connecting with whatever topic we had learned earlier related to this city. For example, Washington DC. What is a specific reason for Washington DC? Related to the river which is related, that is nothing but Potomac. Again, when I tell Gujarat, earlier I had said something about Gujarat. Gujarat is something famous right now for gift city where there is no taxes for the people who are starting their businesses. So these are some relations which you can create in order to remember the places. Okay. Again, Tiber, Rome, Italy, like this. You just create some mnemonics for yourself and remember these things. Yeah. So hope this session was bit informative and you have learned some knowledge out of it. Just take some important informations and remember it so that it's being useful for your examination point of view. Until next time, thank you. Bye bye. See you.